hello, Facebook, YouTube. Just had an interesting conversation with a lady named Jacqueline. God led it because I met her right there, you know. It's just unbelievable, you know, how you meet people. And she was talking about, you know, her boyfriend and stuff. She's trying to do it right. More likely he wants to do it wrong, and she don't know how to get it right, you know, with him. But I'm finna show you the reality of that a relationship is a team. It's about a teammate. You know what I'm saying? It's a team. It's learning that you are a team and not just sex partners. You know what I'm saying? The thing is, the problem is, a reason why people don't know how to get in a relationship with God. They're not understanding how to, you know, work together. It's just that simple. Love works together. It will always be about working together in all aspects, whether it's mentally, emotionally, physically, you know, financially. Well, make sure physically is the last thing, you know, you're working with. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing, you know, that's supposed to be down on the protocol. But the number one is first mentally. And then the second one is spiritual. Well, first spiritually, you know what I'm saying? First spiritually, sorry. Second is mentally. Third is, come on, I know. Third is emotion. Is it emotionally? Mentally? Yeah, third is emotionally, and the fourth is spiritually. The fourth is physically. I just got this message, y'all. Please forgive me. But the thing is, we got to put first things first. But the first thing that, of course, a true relationship is how you work together, how you communicate with people. You know what I'm saying? How you are busy trying to understand the other person, personality and characteristics is what, you know, what keeps the cycle of love. But the problem is lust interferes, and the problem is lust is all about, you know, I want her body, I want his body, you know what I'm saying? But if you are influenced by so much, you know, I want her body, I want his body kind of material, you know, you'll find yourself, you know, in those situations. But the key thing is to focus, if you want to truly, you know, establish true love, is to find out how much I can learn from other people, is to listen and learn from other people, and how true love can only be cultivated. And the problem is people are not, watch this, faithful to the cultivation of love, you know. They're not faithful to the, you know, understanding the mental, the, you know, emotional, you know, kind of spiritual part of a person, you know what I'm saying? And that's what the whole idea of love, that's why we must fill our hearts with love. And I tell people, love can only come through faithfulness. You got to learn how to be faithful to be loving. You know, everybody's trying to be fearful, you know, thinking that, you know, like I tell people, fearful means, you know, when it comes to lust, it means I'm missing out on somebody else. I could be with somebody else, but I'm with this person. You know what I'm saying? You can't bring that kind of fear in this idea of establishing a relationship. You have to understand that you have to be faithful, to be committed, to get to know the person concerning their mentality, their, you know, spiritual and their emotional, you know what I'm saying? And what they love doing and what they don't love doing. That you have to stay committed to that reality. And once you learn that idea of staying committed to that reality, you will establish what it is. But, you know, like I say, the only way you can establish true love is to learn to be a friend. You gotta, like, friends only can be true lovers. I tell people is, you know, that's how it works. You know, you can't, if you don't know how to, that's what Jesus is saying, no greater love that I ever give than give my life for his friend. If you can't be a friend, you can't be a lover. When you're, you know, just, you know, if you're not a friend or you're just somebody, acquaintance or a buddy, you can only be lusters. But only a friend can be a lover. There's no, you know, black and white. There's no, you know, gray areas, you know. Everybody's trying to make gray areas. The world's trying to tell you that there's gray areas. There's no gray area. If you're not learning how to be a friend that gets to know a person only for the inside and the inside alone, then you cannot truly be a friend. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's the thing. If people are not going to learn how to be friends, they're not going to learn how to be true lovers. And that's the problem. People trying to, fall in love with an image, and image is nothing, but what's inside is everything. So obey your, spirit and choose Christ, and Christ will teach you how to love, one another, like he said, the commandment of his, and love your neighbor as you love yourself. So hope you understand. Hello, how you doing? Y'all have a wonderful day. All right. And that's what the message is. So I hope you understand that, love is about, being, it's strictly inside. And lust is all about the outside, appearances. So get that understanding in your heart, and you will make sense of how to establish good relationships. All right. To God be the glory. Here's forever, ever. Jesus' name. Amen.